expenditures. If you don't have estimates of revenue, can you have a finance act? Can you have a finance act? But we are having it. You have not seen any estimate of revenue, isn't it? But now we are discussing finance act. So you see, because so that now they can come up with the rates and collect revenue, which they are not going to use, watatumia vile wanataka. The other one is odious borrowings outside the budget. You know, odious borrowings. With that one, then it means we will have to have huge debts and interest, isn't it? You know, I've heard people saying, donor-funded project. Have you heard of that? Do you have any donor-funded project in this country? Yeah? Do we have? We should not have, and we don't have. That is a fraud. Because every coin we are going to pay, isn't it? They have only given an advance. Yeah? Kuna loan wanatupatia ambayo hatutalipa. So that project ni ya nani? That is the reason why you find now this huge repayment of public debt, isn't it? Because we are paying what they brought here. And by the way, even these grants, they are not grants. There's a way of siphoning us our money. I have done some audit on that. You find now, wherever they have grants, these loans they are calling A&A loans. If there's anything which has destroyed this country, it's A&A loans. What do you mean by A&A loans? These are loans given to importers. You know, they are buyer credit. Where now you are given a loan, that loan does not come here. It is in form of goods. And what they do is that when they give A&A loan, they ensure that that money does not come here, and they ensure that it is their suppliers, their contractors, who is going to be given the contracts. So that now they will be paying those contractors in their country. One of the biggest problems here is this. Even the prices of those goods are determined by them. It is not you. And they are highly inflated. So that now, the grant which you are given, you will be taken care of there in the inflated prices. So you end up financing the whole project more than financing the whole project. I am telling you that because I have done fraud investigation, SGR, which the total cost was 1.2 trillion. We used our own money from our own pocket, more than 644 billion. A contract sum which was about 470 billion. A loan was 539. So who funded that project? Yes? And you are given a loan and you are paying the loan, isn't it? And we used our own money. That is what is happening. You find Keno to Maroa, because that is where I go. The project is almost rolled, isn't it? And it is a loan from African Development Bank. If you give a loan to build a house, can it stall? Can it stall? But because there are conditions, you are told 15% counter-funding. That 15% counter-funding You pay in advance for every certificate. And the contract sum is not you who determines. It was determined by the contractor. So the 15% counterfunding money is enough to construct that road to Maloa. Yes. I've given this table here. I know these are mind-boggling figures, but I did this figure here to show you what the law of debt, which is contained in the budget. The deficit is found in development. Because according to Article Section 15, subsection 2C of the Public Finance Management Act, it says you can only borrow to finance expenditure is 6 billion, trillion, isn't it? 6 trillion, isn't it? What is the debt stock do you have? That is 10 points, isn't it? Now our development expenditure for 9 years is what? Those are projects we have is 6 trillion. Yeah? What? From the Appropriation Act. This is what is in the Appropriation Act.